I played the ReStory chilled electronic repair demo, and my first impressions are very positive. It's easily one of the coziest and most relaxing games I've played in a while. On paper, you're repairing phones, controllers, and old electronics in a small repair shop. But the real appeal isn't just the repair mechanics, it's the whole atmosphere. The mid 2000s Tokyo inspired setting, the lo fi music, the quiet customer stories, and the weirdly satisfying feeling of fixing something, sending it back out the door, and slowly building your little shop. It's simple, it's chilled, and honestly, it works really well. So, what is actually ReStory? You start by taking over a small electronics repair shop, which apparently belonged to a previous owner who mysteriously disappeared. A few customers mentioned them early on, so there is clearly something going on in the background. But the demo does not push that too hard straight away. At the start, the shop is very bare bones. You do not have many tools, you're not repairing something too complicated yet. And most of the early jobs are simple devices like phones, controllers, and small electronics. As you progress, you earn money, buy better tools, order donor devices for spare parts, and unlock licenses to allow you to work on more advanced repairs. The basic gameplay loop is very simple. You take orders, inspect the device, clean it or repair it, depending on what the customer needs, take it apart, remove the faulty and dirty components, replace parts where needed, put something back together, and then send it out the window to complete the job, and ultimately get paid. You also have a little computer in the shop, where you can buy upgrades, order parts and devices, and improve your setup. Things like automatic screwdrivers, air cans, and better equipment can make the repair process quicker and smoother as you go. What I like is that the game does not really put much friction in your way. The repair mechanics are easy to understand, the interactions are clear, and after your first proper repair, you pretty much understand the rhythm of the game. It's not trying to catch you out or punish you for small mistakes. It feels deliberately simple, which makes sense because the whole game is built around being cozy, relaxed, and satisfying rather than stressful. And this is where I think ReStory works well. The repair mechanics are simple, and normally that could be a problem for simulator games. If a game is trying to sell realism or deep systems, then overly simple mechanics can start feel shallow. But I don't think ReStory is really trying to be that kind of simulator. The game is not selling pressure, complexity, or realism. It's selling a mood. It is the small repair shop, the mid-2000s Tokyo-inspired setting, the lo-fi music, the calm pace, and the feeling of slowly going through the motions without the game rushing you. You're not fighting against strict deadlines, you're not constantly being punished for mistakes, and you can open the shop, close the shop, and move to the next day at your own pace. And honestly, I think that simplicity supports the experience. There is something quite nostalgic about fixing old gadgets as well. Things like older phones, handheld consoles, controllers, and devices that feel like they belong in that mid-2000s era. Especially if you're around my age, there is this extra layer of familiarity to it. It's not just repair random item number 3. It feels like you are working on bits of technology you recognize from growing up. So, yes, the loop is simple. You inspect, clean, repair, replace parts, finish the order, and get paid. But because the whole game is built around being chilled and cozy, that simplicity does not feel like a drawback. It feels like part of the point. In another game, I might be asking for more depth straight away. But here, at least from what I've played in the demo, the simple mechanics actually fit in the atmosphere the game is going for. The other thing that surprised me is that ReStory is not just about repairing devices. There's also this extra layer of customer interactions that give some of the repairs a little bit more meaning. The game itself says that you talk to customers, hear their stories, and make decisions that affect both their lives and yours. At first glance, I wasn't really sure how much that would matter. I thought it might be a bit of flavor text between repair jobs, but in the demo, it actually works quite well. Some customers are not just coming in with a broken phone or a damaged controller. There is usually a little bit of context behind the repair. Someone might need a device fixed for a personal reason. Someone might be hiding something, or a simple job might be connected to a bigger situation happening in the neighborhood. One example I liked is the postman. He's one of the main characters you interact with, and at one point he asks you to fix a phone as a gift for someone he likes. Then later, the same phone comes back to you in a completely different context, and you start to realize there is more going on behind that simple repair job. And that is where the game adds a bit of depth. It's not turning into a full story heavy drama, but it gives enough personality to the customs that the repairs feel more connected to the world. You're not just completing order number 5, you're fixing something that belongs to someone, for some region, and sometimes that region becomes part of the story. I think that helps the game a lot because the repair loop is simple by design. These little custom stories give the routine a bit more life and make the shop feel like it exists inside the actual neighborhood, rather than just being a menu where repair jobs appear. There is a small customization element to the shop as well, which I think fits in the game quite nicely. As you progress, you can buy decorations and start making the repair shop feel like a little bit of your own space. These decorations are not just visual either, some of those come with a Zen value, which seems to affect the overall status or atmosphere of your shop. In my case, after buying a couple decorations, the shop status changed to a pleasant place. So I'm assuming that as you add more items or maybe better decorations, the system will develop further and possibly give you different bonuses or effects. It's not a massive feature from what I've shown the demo, but it adds another nice layer to the experience. You're not just repairing devices and earn money. You're slowly improving your space around you, making the shop feel warmer, calmer, and more personal, which fits perfectly with the whole cozy direction of the game. So overall, I really enjoyed the ReStory demo, and I'm definitely looking forward to the full version. It's a cozy, simple, relaxing experience, and I think that is what makes it stand out. It's not trying to be the most realistic repair simulator, and it's not trying to overwhelm you with complicated mechanics. It is selling a mood, a small repair shop, all the electronics, lo-fi music, simple repairs, and a calm routine you can just sink into. And honestly, I think it does that really well. I can see this being a kind of game I play after a busy day, when I just want to switch off for a bit. Don't necessarily see it as a main game that you grind for hours and hours every day, but more of one of those games you come back to every now and then, play a couple of hours, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere. The direction feels very intentional. The simplicity, the pacing, the music, the customer interactions, and the shop customization all feel like they're working towards the same experience. In terms of price, I think somewhere around 10 to 15 pounds would feel right for this kind of game, based on what I've seen on the demo so far. Anything much higher than that would probably depend on how much more content, depth, and variety the full game has. But as it stands, I had a really good time with the demo. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what the full game adds. Let me know if this is the kind of cozy game you would play, and if you've tried the demo already. I would be interested to hear what you thought.